Now, he's said the Liberal left is as guilty of an assault on information as the far right, and claimed that we're under the illusion of being free to decide how to vote. That's the philosopher Slavoj Žižek. I spoke to him earlier from Slovenia and asked him what he thinks is behind the surge in populist politics in which many people share fake news.
The ongoing rise of populism is grounded for many ordinary people precisely in this growing experience of don't believe in what government of public media are telling you.
But whose fault is this?
We should not just blame the right-wingers. Usually the right is accused of exploding with fake news and so on and so on. Unfortunately, I must say the left is doing the same, not only at the level of spinning, of giving a spin to news. For example, in Europe, I can see this all the time, now that we have this problem with immigrants. On the one hand, the nationalist right-wing media exaggerate every small incident. On the other hand, the left mainstream media censor the news.
There is a difference between good journalism that is inconvenient and bad journalism and fake news, which is completely made up and designed to mislead you.
I totally agree with you. There is a tremendous interest between serious journalism, which also can go wrong, and this marginal fake media manipulators. But the line is getting blurred, which is terrible news for honest journalists.
We live in an era in which living standards have improved historically, people are better educated, there are more democratic freedoms, and yet there seems to be more political anger across the Western world and across democracies. And I wonder why that is.
Oh, I think to this I can give you a simple answer. The first sad lesson from history is that anger, rage, and so on don't explode. I'm almost tempted to say they almost never explode when the situation is really horrible or when we have total oppression and so on. Rage is always a question of comparative dissatisfaction. Rage means that people have higher standards of expectation and also they feel the difference. That's the big problem. Today is the dangerous situation for something to happen in China, not in North Korea, where they would have had much more reasons to be in total rage.
So what happens now after Trump? You know, will there be a backlash after Trump? Because there is so much expectation there, expectation he surely can't deliver on.
I hope so. That's why I mockingly, although I'm horrified at Trump, not supporting him, but claimed maybe his electing Trump can give a boost to a new left in United States. But you know what worries me with Trump? Don't underestimate him. Quite often, it happens that even if a leader like Trump is a populist demagogue and so on, at least in the short term, he will be maybe able to deliver. You know, it is as if these left liberal commentators, who are typically the most successful, are comedians, like John Oliver, Jon Stewart, and others. They don't see that by mocking Trump in this way, they don't really undermine him. They just render bitter and more fanatical those who support Trump. And this is very sad. Instead of proposing an alternate vision of how to change things, all the liberal left is doing, or at least what is it doing in the most convincing way, is making fun, demonstrating the stupidity and so on and so on. All the big problems that we see today. Why did new populism explode? Ecological problems and so on and so on. Trump is the reaction to these problems. That's my big motive. Trump is, as they say, an effect, not a cause. Well, if we will just fight Trump, in the long term, it will not work. It will be a catastrophe.
If Trump
ecological
is a
catastrophe,
reaction,
cultural catastrophe, whatever you want.
If Trump is a reaction to the failure of democracy, Does democracy hold the answer?
I'm definitely not saying we should move beyond democracy. But we should do something with democracy. The solution is not just fight Trump, fight fake news. The solution is a new global leftist vision.